And we're live.
And we're
Hello,
live.
everybody.
Welcome to the
Coming to you
show.
live from, welcome to the show. Coming to you live from my phone's camera instead of my computer camera,
You
which
look
maybe it's the
much cooler
lighting, but I
on.
feel it definitely looks a lot cooler. Maybe it's the lighting. I feel like I look kind of vampiric a little bit. I look like a Bram Stoker's Dracula kind of
Well,
thing going
better than
on.
the brown one than the sparkly kind. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, if I'm going to be any vampire. I mean, although looking like Kiefer Sutherland wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna play the intro.
Oh, yeah, let's hit it. Engage.
Welcome to Earl and the Idiot, the show that gives you the answers you need to take your business to the next level. With Earl Flormata, one of Vancouver's most sought-after business and marketing consultants, author of Business Engine Optimization, consultant to over 60 successful businesses, an all-around evil marketing genius with a combined total of more than $70 million worth of sales to his credit. And some idiot. Okay, here we go.
I don't think they have like horns on the on these like automated things on Zoom. So I'm like it's like evil. I'm like, okay, where's the horn ones? And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I found the halo, but I couldn't find. Here's the halo.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find the horn one. So like, oh, I guess not. So it is what it is.
I think that's kind of cool. Okay, I gotta before we get into the show, I gotta just have a moment here because I have a platform now. Right,
Yes.
I have a place to speak, and particularly our audience, as you said, is mostly guys. It's mostly guys that watch the show.
Mostly guys, like the girls don't like the show, apparently. I don't know. Like I said, I think again, we were just saying the girls prefer the Tuesday morning ones where there's like a structure and it's academic and there's like a point A and a point B. And it's like, hey, this is what we're gonna do, and then have the plan and then have the structure. And the guys are just like, no, what? Han Solo shot first, shoot from the hip.
Yeah, talk about Star Wars more. Talk about poop more.
Blueberry poop in Star Wars, please.
That's exactly it. So I'm gonna take a moment, totally not related to business at all, except I was coming back home from a business meeting, so that's maybe part of what matters. I took one of these Evos. This message is for guys. This is for guys out there, okay? I took an Evo home. Guys, cologne, what are you doing? Stop it. Stop with the cologne. I drove an Evo home. It reeked of cologne. I had to smell it my entire drive home, and it's on my sweater now.
Oh no.
It's unacceptable. Guys, this is from the 70s. This is from the 50s, 30s. I don't know what decade it's from. Just stop it.
Well, a little cologne is okay. A liter of cologne is not okay. Yeah. It's not okay.
Like maybe you dab a little bit right here. You get a little on your finger. You dab a little bit right here at the most.
Yeah.
Like I say no. Personally, I'm like none. Stop it. It's over. We're done with cologne now. But look, if you got to do it, a little dab here. It's for people that are nearby you, can smell you, and you have your signature scent.
And it's not in lieu of bathing. Please don't forget to bathe. Bathing is more important.
It does. If you stink like BO and you put on cologne, you smell like BO and cologne.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. So you're not any better. Just wash yourself and smell like nothing. One time when I was doing roofing estimates, I met this guy at his front door. He obviously just gotten out of the shower and taken his bottle of cologne and just gone glunk, 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 rubbed it all over his hands and then done whatever with it. I shook his hand and my hand smelled like cologne the rest of the day. I'm in the car eating a sandwich and it's like I'm eating a cologne sandwich. Yeah, right?
That's not good. Well, but
it's just like what?
There you go. Go ahead.
I'm on a rant. Here's the thing. It's not what you smell like. Like, why? That's not you. That's an artificial thing. And there's millions of other guys wearing the same cologne smell just like you. Just smell like yourself. Why the fakeness? Why the fakeness? And it's gross.
I don't understand. But girls,
I've never smelled a cologne where I'm like, nice.
No, girls do the same thing. They empty a bottle of perfume on themselves. And one of them was doing a demonstration of this perfume in the mall. And I was sitting next to them. And I came home and my wife is like, why do you smell like perfume? Who have you been seeing? And I'm like, this lady was doing a perfume demo in the food court. And from her table hit me. And I'm like, dude. Oh. I'm like, they were like far, like not even close. And it's just this mist of it could be worse because you were talking about at least you smell like a dude. I smell like a girl. I'm like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
And
And
so I
you're
come home and my wife's like, what the hell? I'm like, no, seriously. Yeah.
Mhm.
And she goes to the food court because we had to go there later, and it still smelled like the perfume. And she's like, oh my God, it's still here. And I'm like, yeah. So it's not just guys, girls too. You don't
Yeah.
have to bathe in perfume or bathe in cologne.
just
So-
like you don't want people to know you are in the elevator after you've left the elevator.
Right. Maybe like
know what I
a
mean?
hint, a hint of it is okay, but not
Yeah.
like a waft. A waft is too much. So there's the hint, a waft, and dear Lord, I smell nothing else but the smell. So it's just like,
Yeah.
no.
Like you're just a walking cologne bottle. All right. I've
I
abused my power
agree.
long enough.
I agree with this rant.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Leave a message in the comments if you agree with that cologne is over. We're done with cologne. I'm not a big fan of perfume either, but cologne, it's like, don't do it. Just clean yourself, smell like what you actually smell like. We don't need it.
Right. Just even the slight smell of deodorant is okay. The whole Old Spice, the man you wish your man could smell like. That's as far as you should. Just that's the limit. I think it's just
I've never been annoyed. I've never been like, ew, gross, you smell like deodorant. I've been like, oh, you put on some deodorant. Okay, like I mean that. Okay, fine.
Well, it's
But cologne,
preferable.
it's
It's preferable to the alternative, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas cologne is too much, right?
Personally, I'm unscented all the way. Every product in my home is unscented. Hand soap, body soap,
There you go.
shampoo, everything unscented all the way. Anyway, I've abused my power long enough. Thanks for letting me rant, Earl. Appreciate it.
And welcome to the show.
What have you been up
There
to? I hear you got a new project on the go that is relevant to our relationship.
It's a new old project. So one of the things I used to do back in the day, this was, oh my gosh, years and years and years ago, we used to run shared office spaces. And you and I met on, I believe it was the third project of shared office spaces that I was plucked into. I was a tenant at this shared office, and that's where you and I met.
Okay.
And we're looking at the exact same area with a very similar business model, but we control it this time around. So, and we're looking at building a community for businesses. So it's exactly our type of people who watch this show, and type of people who are looking to, are scrappy, growing their businesses, that sort of thing. We're looking at building hell, you know what? If this succeeds, we're going to have a studio in that office.
Yeah. We
So
could go
you
down
and
and
I
actually podcast.
could go
live.
down and do this, live, not like the crappy one we did at Brentwood, where it was the audio was terrible because the wind was blowing and I didn't have
Oh, was it? Oh, shoot.
a wind filter on the mic, and I'm like, you hear, hey, this is oh shoot. And so yeah.
Thanks for joining us today on
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if we have a studio there, we should do a couple of shows there because it's neat.
Yeah. Well, the new space can sponsor the show.
Yeah.
And then listeners can join us at the space. It'll be synchronicity.
Synergy. You could watch this live.
Yeah, we can have our studio and then broadcast it live to a TV in the lobby.
Right. There you go.
And then when I say my hilarious jokes, I can hear the people laughing live.
And there won't be a laughing track. It'll actually be legit people giggling in the background going, what an idiot.
Exactly.
There you go.
Cool. All right. Well, keep us and the viewers advised and appraised of this.
Absolutely.
We should probably dive right into it, shouldn't we?
There you go. Dive right in.
Dive right in.
All right.
All right. So this dovetails with and synchronizes with the dictionary method we talked about last week.
Yeah, the dictionary method. So this is different. This is the instant expert method.
Instant expert method. All right. How to take over your industry seemingly overnight.
Yeah.
One day you're not there and you're like a Starbucks. You're just there.
Everywhere.
How do you do it, Earl? Tell me how you do it. How do you take over your industry seemingly overnight? Because I got a lot of industries I want to take over. So let's go.
There you go. Well, once upon a time, there was there's a couple. There was actually a couple places where it was called the epicenter of the universe. And the reason why it's the epicenter of the universe was because it was the corner of Starbucks and Starbucks. Remember that when it was downtown?
Oh,
so
yeah.
It was a Starbucks, literally kitty corner from another Starbucks, and it was like, oh, that's it. It's a meme now, and they're everywhere, right? And so this instant expert method is kind of a take on that whole Starbucks and Starbucks. And here's how it works.
Okay.
What you want to do is you're going to build a series of videos for the purpose of people to find you. And we'll delve into that in the next point. And then the next set of videos is to prove your expertise in the space, hence the instant expert portion. To prove your expertise in the industry. And so there's a format by which we're going to follow, and we can kind of just go through that through each talking point. So feel free to move on to the next one here. So
sorry, yeah. So it's find you and then prove you're an expert. Is that those are the 1-2?
It's a 1-2 punch. It's a 1-2 punch.
Okay.
And you want the 1-2 punch combination to synchronize together.
Okay.
So if you can do that, then it gets even more powerful.
Okay, so and then you said these are videos, a 1-2 punch with videos. Is that right?
The reason why they're videos is because this day and age, people are lazy. They don't want to read. They'd rather watch the video. They don't even want to listen to the video. You better have closed captioning on the video while you make the video, right?
How dare you, Earl? How dare you impugn the character of literally every person alive on planet Earth right now? It's crazy. Even though it's totally accurate.
It's absolutely true, because if you look at the guy who's crushing it right now, as of the filming of this show, Alex Hormozy, $100 million offers, is destroying everybody else online for video. And his videos are all very cut, very punchy, and very, very stylized with the closed captioning on the bottom, with really cool text on the bottom. I'm like, that's really cool. And I watch them because I'm scrolling through and I'm like, I really like his videos. And that's the ones with the most watch time, the most people interested in this stuff, and at least in our niche, in our space. And so yeah, there you go.
Okay. So how do you do this? How do you, number one for search, what do you do?
So the first thing is you got to go into the most frequently asked questions in your space. So once upon a time, I did this for a client, and they're like, okay, well, like they weren't even looking for a marketing guy. I just told them I loved their product and I wanted to work with them. And so they brought me on board, and I sat in their customer service department for a month, and they're looking at me like I got hit in the head. Dude, we hired you for marketing. Why are you in customer service? What the hell are you doing there? Marketing. And so what I did was I sat there for a month. I listened to their people, and I took notes, and I manned the phones, and I took notes, and I manned the emails, and I took notes. And I started paying attention to what were the most frequently asked questions of the front desk. What were the most frequently asked questions of the customer service guys? And you have to pay attention to what are the most frequently asked questions, because clearly that means that you don't have enough content on your website that doesn't answer the damn question if people are looking for this. Two, it also shows that there's a want and need for whatever this is, right? So it's the most frequently asked questions in your industry. And the reason why it's so important is because that's what people are searching for. We talked about number one, like one video being for search. If people are asking these questions, that means they want the answer to it. If your company provides, if your company provides a solution for a thing, why don't you answer it before they even meet you? So if you create a video around that, and you want to make a bunch of them, at least 10 to start, and you want to keep them short and punchy and 2 minutes or less, 2 minutes or less, where you just answer the most asked questions in your industry. And that's really important, specifically in your industry. Get really precise, get really specific, because the more specific the search, and the fact that you're giving them an answer for that, means that you are the go-to person, and it'll just drive more traffic because people are legitimately looking for this thing, right? So I'll give you an example.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask for an example, so you just saved me the trouble. Go ahead.
There you go. Well, did you know that there's like literally special psychiatric training at Disneyland because of the sheer amount of people? Because of the sheer amount of people that ask the same dumb question. The number one question at Disneyland and Disney World: where's the castle? Where's the castle? Number one question. And the poor people, because like just imagine the number of people who walk through this place. They're going to get asked this question 5, 10, 20,000 times a day. around question number 7,000, I want to kill people. So that's why there's like, special psych. I'm not joking. It's like they're actually making sure you don't go crazy and start murdering on a murderous rampage in the happiest place on the world, right?
Go crazy from having people ask you the same question 7,000 times a day.
Oh yeah. So, and it's that number one question. So if you were a travel agent and you specialized in Disney, and you made a simple video of where to locate the castle and all the different castles. Did you know that it's a different castle in Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Sea, Disney blah, blah, whatever? It's a different castle for a different princess.
There isn't just the one castle.
Well, because Disneyland is in, Anaheim, California, and then Disney World is in Florida. And then
for the record,
Japan,
for the record, the castle is in Germany, in Bavaria. It's called Neuschwanstein.
The castle,
I'm not kidding. That was the castle that Walt Disney based his castle off of. I've been there, so I know.
Cool.
I know where the castle.
The castle. There you go. But the princess castle is the different princess castle. Yeah. And so that's the number one question. If you are able to answer that question while people are looking for it, you become their go-to source of, oh, that was really helpful. I want to see what else this person has for content. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And you want to keep it short, 2 minutes. Like, here's how you find it. Here's all the major landmarks next to it, right? Here's the train you take to get there. Here's the parking lot. You should park it. Go.
Yeah. My Instagram video feed is absolutely filled with, or was a while ago, somehow I got on the algorithm, and then I was actually, I found myself actually interested in the videos where they're like, here's a Disney World hack you probably haven't heard of. If you look up underneath the rainbow something or other, you'll see that there's a Mickey Mouse hidden in the sun. Have you seen the hidden Donald Duck?
The hidden Mickeys.
Edge?
Yep. Hidden Mickeys, hidden Donald Ducks. That's a real thing. And people who have like the Disney passes, like it's an annual pass, it's they're always looking for the hidden Mickeys.
Nice. My favorite one was, just because this is the sort of thing I would have done myself. There was it was like the original Disneyland when Walt Disney himself was still in charge of it. Over top of a door, there was a square of red and white alternating lights. Okay, red, white, light. That's hard to say. Red light, white light, red light. That's like a tongue twister. I just invented. Okay, there you go. Alternating, right? But at the back corner, there was the wrong number of lights. There wasn't an even number of lights. Right. So you would have had 2 reds or 2 whites in a row, right? So Walt Disney had them paint that one light in the corner half red, half white to not interrupt the pattern.
That's cool.
Isn't that amazing? I'm probably the only one who cares about that. But the point is,
no. But people actually seek these little intricacies in Disney. My favorite hidden Mickey, I can't remember where it was. It was in Disneyland. And you know how there's like ropes that kind of just hang in places, just kind of just with a pattern of the little U-shape type of thing. There's ropes just hanging stuff.
Oh yeah.
So there was a rope that was hanging, but they stiffened parts of the rope, so it was just Mickey ears and like the top of his head in the rope pattern. And it's just like, so unless you were really paying attention, you wouldn't notice that there was a Mickey, because there's a Mickey everywhere. So you just don't notice the rope pattern turned into Mickey somewhere part way down the line. And it just seemed natural, but it counts as a hidden one. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So there you go.
All right. The point is, you make these videos with information. So if you're like a dog groomer, and the most oft asked question is, how do I make my dog look like a poodle, or can I straighten the hair on my dog, or whatever you get asked? You answer these questions in little 2-minute videos.
Yeah, but that would be an amazing question. Can I use a hot hair straightener on my dog? I was like, well, it depends how patient your dog is, right? So there you go. Exactly. But you want to do at least 10, because you
so we're still trying to be seen right now. We're still trying to be seen.
10 half decent questions that I'm sure you get asked a dozen times a week, right? And if you do this and you build your YouTube channel, your Facebook channel, whatever you want to build, your LinkedIn channel, and you're doing this and you have this expert piece that you're answering questions that people are just going crazy over, man, and it gets a lot of views really quickly. Like one of the most viewed videos on one of my other YouTube channels is how to freeze a pane in Excel on a Mac. Because it's
Yeah,
weird. You
I
can't,
see that the video comes up all the time.
because I'm like, crap, how do you do this again? I don't remember. And so, yeah. So there you go.
Okay, so you put 10 of these. Now let's get into the SEO. You put 10 of them 10 of these videos, you put them up on YouTube.
Yeah, you put them on YouTube so people can search for them. YouTube is the world's second biggest search engine, right? Google's number
Right.
one for now, at least until the AIs come and eat them.
Mhm.
But so Google number one, YouTube number two. So you put it in YouTube because everything's on YouTube. How to change a light bulb, how to stop a leaky
Yeah.
faucet, how to do anything is in YouTube. So if you can put this in there and people are legitimately searching for it, they'll find you.
Okay. Do you also want to like post them up on a web page on your website or
Yeah,
a
you
Facebook page?
you put them on the website afterwards. You embed them from your YouTube onto there, and then you kick it so the Google algorithm finds it and finds you, and then not only does your video show up on the Google search, but your website shows up on the Google search, and it's the same video.
All right.
So
Okay,
reuse,
so
waste not,
that's-
want done. Yeah,
Yeah. So okay. So you get these videos up, you put them on every available platform, right?
yeah, absolutely.
No
Put them up
platform
on
is too
everything, and then
everything.
yeah, that's the first kind of tranche. So you got these frequently asked questions that you've got in your industry that I'm
Tranche,
sure,
great word.
yeah, I'm sure
I
drives your
learned
customer
that one
service
from
team
Short
crazy.
The Big Short.
Oh yeah, The Big Short. I love that.
Yeah. Sorry, I think we're on. I actually
look
think
at
we're
my
having a
quant.
delay.
Oh, is there a delay? Maybe
There's a delay.
maybe
Our rhythm is off.
the snow has blocked off the internets. Who knows?
Yeah, all the internet's just bouncing off the snowflakes.
There you go.
You know there. So good. So getting the show back on the rails. Your video is now everywhere.
Yeah.
And now do you go on to selling, or are we not done with being seen yet?
Now you go on to selling, but the selling is done through, again, storytelling and the explanation of what makes you an expert in your space. And this is the expert portion of the instant expert.
Okay.
So it's the same concept.
Answering the questions wasn't what makes you an expert?
No. The first level of questions gives you that instant portion where you're everywhere because you're answering questions that are commonplace and everybody wants to know the answer to these things, right?
Yeah.
The expert part of the question is when you delve deeper. And when you delve deeper, you want to answer questions that they're called should be asked questions. The questions that should be being asked, but the people in your industry who are new to this space or don't understand this space don't know that they should be asking this stuff. So back to the format, again, it's like make 10 of these things, answer the questions that are 2 levels deep, that are 2 levels deeper than they're thinking. So you got the surface level questions, really basic stuff. Where's the castle, as an example, in Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
But the question that's 2 levels deep, did you know that there's an order of rides to go on using the Disney Fast Pass system that allows you to go on more rides per day? There's an order, and if you go in this order, you get more rides in. If you don't go in
or
this
RPD,
order, rides
you
per
increase
day.
your RPD.
KPI, the KPI is RPD. It's all about the RPD. So, well, Disneyland is not cheap, right? It's not a cheap place to go, right? The hot dogs are expensive, the water is expensive, everything's expensive. And so imagine instead of going to Disneyland for 4 days, you go for 3 days and you get to go on as many rides as you would have gone on in 4 days. So you save 25% of your ticket fees for going in and you get just as much fun and you wait in fewer lines, because waiting in line is not fun, but somehow Disney's magic makes it fun because they have cool stuff to look at while you're in line. So while you're yakking to your friend waiting for the roller coaster, hey, look at that hidden Mickey. And so
that's a hell of a trick, the way those guys make the rides, make the lineup entertaining. It's real.
Yeah,
that's real magic.
That's the magic. That's the Disney magic right there. They make lines fun somehow. But like a second level question, like 2 levels deep, would be number 1, did you know that there's an order of rides to go in? Would you like to know that order of rides? As a travel agent, everybody would be like, man, that sounds really smart. I would love to know that. And then they would buy the Disney trip from you as their travel agent because you've just given them that extra oomph, right? Did you know that there's an invite-only restaurant where you can drink and smoke in Disney because the kids are driving you bonkers? But it's invite only, and the only way you can get an invite is if you ask, and the only way you can ask is if you know. It's like a secret club in Disney.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you, Earl. Just doing this podcast today, I already think you're an expert on Disneyland. So,
well, that's the
clearly
whole.
the method
This
works.
is the instant expert method. Okay, here's another
Yeah.
one. 2-level deep method that people just don't understand. You can hire a Disney guide. Okay, it's only $2,000, and I'll prepend that with you. But you get a group of 20 in this thing, and you don't have to wait in line. They just slap your ass on the ride. There's no lines. You just walk up to the end. The next coaster comes in, and they just plunk you in there.
We call this the Kardashian method.
The Kardashian method, and we did this one time. So we took our company to Disneyland as a reward for working real hard. We took the whole staff out to Disneyland, and because we didn't want to pay for multiple rooms, multiple stays, multiple meals, because if you have to keep going back and waiting in line, you're paying for meals, you're paying for hotels, you're paying for everything. It was cheaper for us to swing $2,000, be guest VIPs. We could go to any ride we wanted, didn't have to wait in line, and just boom, you're on the ride. And if you wanted the ride again, you just get off, get back on. Your guest VIP person would go, yup, wave the magic Mickey you want, and you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm like, this is crazy. And so we got to go to every ride we ever wanted to go on in even less time than the fast pass thing I just told you about. And at 20 people in the group, at $2,000, it's not that expensive. That's cheaper than an extra ticket. That's cheaper than an extra hotel room. That's cheaper than a whole batch of more meals.
Okay, so, this Disney stuff, first of all, never mind taking 20 people. I want to just make enough money that I can buy myself a $2,000 guest pass. VIP.
Yeah, but where's the fun when you don't get to take over the entire bumper car thing and just mess with all your friends? Right? That's hilarious when you get to literally just gang beat your friends in bumper cars. Right? That's the reason for having the guest pass, so you can just bumper car your friend to death. Anyway, so
that doesn't good. This Disney stuff is too interesting. We're talking about it too much. Remember, we're talking about the expert method here.
But this is the content of the instant expert modality. If you can talk about something as interesting as this, right, and go 2 layers deep, like I just gave you a bunch of crazy stuff that people don't think about, right? And so once upon a time, I was the world's worst travel agent. We'll talk about the travel agent hack another day. I don't know. I think we might have covered it in one of the previous episodes, but like there's this methodology instantly turns you into the go-to expert in your industry because you've answered all the questions that people are searching for. So you get the traffic. But what's even better is you're answering the questions that people didn't even think of to ask. So they didn't even think to ask this question. You answer this question, you are now an expert among experts. You're not just an expert, you're the expert. So,
okay, now as an SEO guy, how are people going to find those videos given that they're not asking those questions?
They don't. That's the beautiful thing. That's the beautiful thing.
Earl, your mind's getting blown here.
Yeah.
Fill me in.
Okay. So here's the crazy part. The algorithm has 2 parts to it. The first part is when you search, what do you find? The part that people don't talk about. And here's the secret sauce. This could even qualify as like the hack almost, but I still have a separate hack. So I won't push the hack button until we get to the other hack.
Not yet.
Not yet. But if you structure it in this method, the second part of the algo is, so here's a question for you. I'm going to answer your question with a question, and there's a reason behind it. There's a method behind the madness.
All right. I trust you.
Have you ever fallen down a YouTube rabbit hole?
Yes.
And you arise 2.5 hours later wondering where the hell your day went. That's the secret. to the second set of questions. It's not the SEO piece that you want. It's the recommended video you watch afterwards that you want. And if you build these things in such a way that it's entertaining and it's got that secondary level piece to it, and there's a continuation to the method, this stuff ramps for the, you should watch this next video piece. And so when you fall down a YouTube rabbit hole, it's a double whammy. You've searched for this, you find someone, you like their content. There's a recommended video immediately after the first video. You're looking at the length of the second video. You know, the first video was pretty good. Hey, it was only 2 minutes. Second video, same guy, same girl. 2 minutes. Hey, that's an interesting question I never thought I should ask. You can drink in Disney World? What the hell? Yeah. And so you talk about these things that people go.
It's called vodka and Sprite in a water bottle. You can drink at Disney World.
No, this Disney World is actually in Epcot Center. They literally have drinks. There's entire countries where you have different drinks that you can go try. It's pretty interesting. They hire people from these countries, and every time we go, I actually make it a point to bring buddies, and we're like, "What are you going to do? We're going to go take over the world." What does that mean? We're going to go drink at every place in Disney World. So
take over
that's
Disney World.
Take over Epcot Center, because that's where the adults go, because the kids are all the other, the Magic Kingdom and this and that. No, the adults go to Epcot Center to go drinking. And so last time we were there, we had a flight of beers. My buddy Kent and I we're like, hey, let's go drink beer at Disney World. And everyone's like, hey, where's Kent and Earl? And they're on some ride or on some line. We take a selfie with us with a flight of beers. Everyone's like, where the hell are you? And we're like, we found the good spot. And so
everyone's like, I want to go on that ride.
Yeah, that's a good ride. So Earl and Kent win. So there you go. So there's the the beer flight. So
okay, hang on. So let me just regroup here. So you're doing these videos that are answering questions people are asking, the 10 most commonly asked questions.
Yes.
Then you're making 10, was it 10 more?
10 more videos.
10 more videos that answer questions people don't even realize they should be asking.
Correct.
The unknown unknowns.
And because
it's those videos
known, those videos absolutely crush their psyche in terms of, should I buy from this person? And all of a sudden you're just like, yes, I should. I didn't even think of that. Never. When was the last time your travel agent showed you how you could go drinking when your kids are driving you nuts at the theme park? The 12th of never. So when you're showing people how to have a good time while their kids are having a blast, so everybody in the family's having a good time. There you go.
Okay. So now you say there's an infinite amount of ways to present them, these videos. Now, what are we talking about here? There's nothing new under the sun.
There's nothing new under the sun, right? So, but there's an infinite amount of ways to show this stuff. You can show a different angle, right? How many ways can you sell a Disney trip? I just gave you 3 that no one's ever talked about. Like, this is the weirdest Disney trip you've ever been pitched. We can go drinking? Wait, we can be Kardashians?
Go drinking, don't go on a single ride.
We don't have to go on rides, and we don't. Hey, wait, there's an order of rides you can go on, and you can squeeze more rides and save yourself a hotel stay. Dear Lord. All these are weird pitches that I'm giving you, right? That showcase an expertise level that would be unseen normally. And because no one knows to search for this crap, no one's going to be looking for this. But if you can build the searchable stuff and make this stuff the answer to that video, and you put the answers in the video, link, hey, have you ever thought of this? No, never thought of that. That sounds great. How much time are you asking of my investment? 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. I got to see this.
So this is you're just talking about, when you say there's an infinite amount of ways to present them, you're just talking about the fact that you could make 10 videos that are fresh takes on whatever you want to do a fresh take on.
But you can do this for a lawn mowing service. You can do this for a pest control service. You can do this for the most literally watching paint dry. You can do this for a painting service, right?
Best tips for watching paint dry.
But for some stupid reason, I'm pretty sure that stupid video would go viral, and then people would subscribe to you. Right? It's literally just watching paint dry, and at the end, like and subscribe, and people will do it.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a video where I just put out a lawn chair and like paint a wall, and then just sit there and sort of comment, oh, it's still wet up there. Oh, it's drying more over here. Like literally watching paint dry.
And you're just touching spots. Nope, is that wet? Nope, is that wet?
Yep. TM. Nobody can copy me now. I trademarked that. I guess.
Trademark. There you go. But it's a different take. It's a different
right.
personality, right? It's a different
Mm.
angle, and it's the same stuff, really. So you don't have to get as creative as I do. I mean, you can take a different thing and just present it differently, right? The way you say it, the way you make fun of it, the way your intonations are, the way your voice hits, right?
Yeah.
So I've had students where I teach them, I swear to you, I teach them the same thing over and over and over again. And then one of my other students teaches the student the same thing, and they're like, "Oh, I get it now." I'm like, "You just said the same stuff I did," right? So I stopped. I used to take it personally, like, "Dude, what's wrong with me? It's not you. It's the way that the message is being delivered." And sometimes people are on a different wavelength, and if your wavelengths don't match, no matter how many times you say it, it's not going to work, right?
Yeah.
So just take a chill pill, relax, and this is what makes it good for you too, though, because if you're an accountant, and there's another accountant, and there's another accountant, teach people how to save money on tax, your methodology in your voice and in your way. It's the same way as everybody else, because you're delivering it. If somebody resonates with that, they're going to hire you, right? And it's the cool thing, because you're building these videos, and people they put the videos on the pedestal, because once they watch you on the TV, whether it's the YouTube or Facebook or whatever, it's still got that weird celebrity persona type thing, because only people who were worth listening to happen to have TV channels. But now any idiot can have a TV channel. So so
even this one.
There you go. So, but that's it. That's all there is to it. And then, last but not least, the best practice is making sure that there's brand recognition behind it all. Right. So,
okay.
There's a subtle reason why I mostly wear this hat, except when I'm wearing my Chewbacca hat, right? With this logo in the background, right? And it's always this subtle look at, this is the product placement. This is that piece of puzzle. And in your videos, you want to do that as well. So you want to have a nice intro, nice outro, right? You build those things. It's got that Pavlov's dog kind of mentality to it, right? The bell rings, the dog salivates, because he thought of to salivate when the bell rang. Well, it's the same thing. Whenever you see that intro, whenever you see this logo or whatever logos I represent, you know that, oh, so-and-so is behind that, right? So when you see this logo, right, people recognize the red, the black, the white.
Yeah. Can I just say, though, for the love of God, people, keep your intros short, keep it tight. There's this podcast that I was listening to in the car, of like a paranormal podcast where they talk about paranormal phenomenon. And the opening to the show is like, oh, we're available on this, and you can listen to us on that, and we blah, 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 blah. And it was like a good, like, I understand if you got to run an ad, like you got to say your sponsors at the start of the show or whatever, but like, God, the intro went on for a good 10 minutes before they finally brought up their content for the week.
And dove right in.
So, and then, they dove right in 10 minutes after telling me, like, you can do that at the end. Like, okay, show's over now. If you want to email us, send it here. If you want to, like, find us on podcasts, or here, if you want to blah, 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 like, do that stuff at the end. Anyway, so, but yeah, I guess if you're only in a 2-minute video, you got to keep it really tight.
Yeah,
right?
You got to keep, but that's the reason for keeping it to 2 minutes, because some people like to talk, right? And not everybody wants to listen to them. Right. So if you can keep it down to 2 minutes, it forces you to be succinct, right? It forces you to keep it tight, keep it small, to ball it up all in there. And
I'm just picturing someone like in a 2-minute video that introducing themselves for 2 minutes, and they're like, anyway, let's dive right to, and then it cuts off at the 2-minute mark.
That would be pretty funny, actually. So we should totally make one of those. Hey, we're going to make an intro for the podcast, Earl and the Idiot, and we're going to start with, and we cut. And it's over, and it's gone.
45-minute introduction, and then be like, anyway, let's dive right into it. And then you play the outgoing music.
All right, well, it's time for me to push that button.
Is it? Not yet.
No, it's the slicey button.
Oh, the slicey button. Yeah.
Slicey
so hold
button.
on. So just to recap this point, the point is brand recognition, intro and outro, just something tight. Hey, it's Earl, Mind of a Marketer, blah, 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 Disneyland, drink, drink, drink. Thanks for listening to Earl, Mind of a Marketer. See you next time.
That's it.
Boom.
People,
see, who needs 2 minutes? Drink at Disneyland, and I'm out.
Yeah, there you go. Mike, drop.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Here's my travel hack: drink at Disneyland. Bye, everybody. You drive safe. That's it for me.
It's like that. It's like that meme with Skeletor on it. And see you guys next week.
Yeah, exactly. Off you go.
See you guys next time. There you go.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, hit it. Do the noise.
Hit it. Make the noise. Here we go.
Hack of the week.
There
I'm
you
leaning
go.
into my microphone, except I'm on my headphones today. So I'm not really-
There you go. And hack of the
right.
week.
Hack
Actually,
of the week.
I'm gonna buy myself a new set of headphones today after the show. So there you go.
All right.
It'll be fun. Hack of the week is you combine this instant expert method with the dictionary method. So where you
What's the dictionary method, Earl? I didn't tune in last week.
I think you gotta go watch last week's one and then come back.
Oh,
But the dictionary method, the short version is you define all the words in your industry. But if you define all the words in your industry as the frequently searched portions, and then you have the second level stuff that's in your own dictionary, that's in your own platform, again, it'll attract the people that are searching for stuff. It'll attract the people who aren't even searching for stuff. And then because it's on your platform, you'd become the de facto standard using the dictionary method. So you mix these two together, and then you combine this with social media posts, right? With snippets. You combine this with posts with the questions, because people are looking for the questions, and they'll see the question. They'll go, "Oh, cool! There's a video answer. I'm too lazy to read. Let's click on the video. And the video is only 2 minutes. I can spare 2 minutes, right?" And then you post links to the next video, and you daisy chain them all together. Between the comments, between the video descriptions, you just daisy link all the videos together. People go, "Oh, look, there's more." But wait, there's more. And it's only 2
And
minutes.
more.
And it's only 2 minutes. And it's only 2 minutes. And 14 hours later,
And
it was only 2 minutes.
if you do it right, the last video links back to the first, and it just never stopped.
You're absolutely right. But if you do it really right, you link them all to your blog, and everyone runs to your website, and then they buy stuff from you. There's the crazy part. And if you can start answering questions people post online with links to your videos, you watch your traffic just go. And that's it.
Say that again. I don't want to
So
go.
somebody asks a question online. You've got an answer in video form. Post your video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everyone their dog is answering it in text. So in a sea of text, you're the only guy with a video. Who looks more professional? Guy with video,
Right.
every single time. Right? Everyone. And you got these guys who have a wall of text. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm not going to read that. People are lazy. But you show them a short link to a short video. Yeah, I'm down. For whatever reason. Right? The cardinal sin of marketing is making marketing for yourself. And I hate videos. I don't like watching video. I'd rather read. I have like speed reading times 100. So I'd rather read because the pace that I can absorb the information is quicker. And if I play the video in 2x or 3x or 5x, I can't take it seriously anymore because everyone sounds like chipmunks. I can still follow. My brain can still got it. But because it sounds hilarious, I'm not taking it seriously no more. And I can't do this. Right? So
Do you really watch videos at 5x, Earl?
Well, 2, 3.
Yeah. I can never go. I found that I go 1.75x for American videos and 1.5 for British videos.
There you go.
The British guys talk faster, I think.
Yeah, no, it depends. Depends on where they're from, the accent, like Australian videos. I got to slow down a little bit because I can't have that accent that quickly because I'm like, wait, what? Right? Or they use like an Aussie specific slang term for something, and it's like, wait, what? No. And so I got to rewind.
You'll get noise. Get some of these in your Billy Bong.
There you go. Whatever.
Your bloody drongo.
There you go.
That's my favorite Australian slang is drongo.
What is a drongo?
Probably some Australian person watching is going to give me a hard time for this, but I believe a drongo is a bird that's really stupid. Like a dodo kind of thing.
Right.
And so you just call someone a drongo, it just means you're an idiot.
Hey, and just like that, that's the idiot version of the hack
of the week. This week's hack of the week is brought to you by Earl and the bloody drongo.
That's great. Oh my gosh. So there you have it, the instant expert method. You do this, you put it out there, and magically you will become the most. So I had one of my friends do this completely by accident and did it completely all wrong. He had the worst video you've ever seen. He shot it. He's a dark guy, and he shot it in the dark, and you could barely see him unless he was smiling. And I'm like, dude, this is the worst video ever. He shot it on all things a BlackBerry. And so it was the crappiest video you've ever seen in your life, because the BlackBerry back then, the cameras were trash. And so
Oh my God.
the audio was okay. It was listenable, but it wasn't fantastic. People will forgive bad video, but people won't forgive bad audio. But this was bad video. This is bad audio. Anyway, he goes to the convention, and he is the most popular dude there. Everyone's like, hey, I saw your campaign and your video series, and and I went down the rabbit hole and I watched all of them. And he got so many accolades for literally the worst version of this implementation I've ever seen in my entire life. The worst version of this implementation. And he was the belle of the ball. And I'm like, that is crazy. Like, I don't like your videos. They were terrible. But in his industry, no one had ever done this before. So he was the man. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy how well.
Me first. You better meet first.
Yeah, but the thing is,
did we cover this?
The first part doesn't matter as much as, like I was saying, it's the voice that matters and the way you deliver it that matters. It's not the thing.
Yeah.
It's the thing that sells or delivers the thing. So the deliverable, like I told you, I was saying something one time. One of my other students taught the other student the exact same thing, and for whatever reason, the way they were saying it was slightly different. According to the other guy, he's like, I totally get it when he explained it that way. I'm like he almost used my words verbatim. So it was just the way that the cadence of their voice. Maybe I talk too fast. I don't know. But they said the exact same thing. And everybody else in the room said, hey, he said it the exact same way Earl says it. But for whatever reason, that's what hit, right? And this is how come. It doesn't matter what the thing is. It's, do they resonate with the speaker or not, right?
Yeah.
And you can make the exact same videos. Yeah, go ahead.
Did we get this answer other question posts online with links to your videos and watch the traffic explode? Did we cover that?
Yeah, we did. So when you
said
answer other questions, I was saying, like, you just when people are the sea of text, you are the only.
Oh, when you said answer other questions, I thought you meant make more videos. You're talking about other people's questions that they ask at like Quora and all those other ASCII places.
Correct. So because Quora is an ASCII place. Someone asks a question you answer in one of your videos, post the video as the answer.
Right. Be like, oh, a handsome gentleman answered that question already. Here's the link to the video.
Exactly. And then they realize that you're calling yourself handsome, then it makes you even more funny. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly how to do it. You're answering people's questions with your quote unquote prescription video. Yeah, I prescribed this video. Who's the video? Me.
Prescription video. Take 2 of these videos and call me in the morning.
That's pretty. I was literally going to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. So perfect. And this is why we're friends.
Great minds.
This is why
fools never differ.
we're gonna restart that office, and you and I are gonna do one of the podcast episodes on the fancy couch with the fancy lights.
That's gonna be amazing. I love it. All right. I guess it's time for the outro, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is. Let me hit the button. We're good to go.
Yep.
Here we are.
I'm gonna try and do something else.
Thanks for listening to Earl and the Idiot. We hope you learned something you can take action on this week. For more information or to contact the show, visit earlandtheidiot.com. And until next time, remember what Shakespeare said. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool.
I didn't get it done in time. Next time. All right, Earl.
Next
Thanks
time.
everybody for
All right.
tuning in. Thank you, Earl.
Cheers, everybody. I'm gonna.
Thank you.